Well, it's been a very productive night so far for the seeded players. No problems thus far for the likes of Ian White, Dave Chisnell, Adrian Lewis, Michael Van Gerwen in the top seed, Peter Wright, number 5 seed, seeing off Andy Jenkins just a few moments ago. So it bodes well for Michael Smith, the defending champion of this tournament, winner in the final last year in Leipzig against Michael Van Gerwen, the number 2 seed this time around. But he's up against the man who won this tournament in 2013, so a matchup between the last 2 champions of this particular tournament. Michael Smith seeded 2, Wes Newton coming through qualifying. But Michael Smith does have good pedigree on the European circuit this year, particularly when you look at his performance in Riesa in June, where he went all the way, beating Benito van der Pas 6-3 in the final. Wes Newton does have the advantage of having played on this stage already this weekend. He came through qualifying, so he had to play his first round match yesterday. He was a very emphatic winner in his opening match as well. But a different proposition for him this evening. Michael Smith throwing first, Rod Harrington back in the box alongside me to see what could be a very, very interesting matchup. Newton needs to get his gaming going very swiftly here, doesn't he?
He does. What he's got to do, he's got to take the game to Smith from the very first 3 darts, which he's done. Because if you let people like Michael Smith get in this rhythm, then they're going to start pounding the treble 20, and Wes will find it hard to keep with Smith on the scoring power. However, you know, if Wes can get a bit of form back, stay with Michael, because Michael is prone to missing doubles, and get the first couple of legs under his belt, then the pressure can be turned around on Smith. But if he gets into the scoring, he's going to be hard to hold.
Well, Wes Newton was absolutely deadly on the doubles in his 6-3 win over Chris Dobie yesterday. A success rate of 85%. It was really, really good finishing from Newton. He finished in style as well. He had a showpiece 1-2-5 checkout, bull 25 bull. And okay, people might say, well, he was only playing a European debutant, but he can only beat what's put in front of you, and he still has to throw the darts as well.
83.
Well, that big, that missed 19 and hit the 3 has cost Wes, if he comes back, a dart at the double. And he is coming back. And I was talking about little mistakes. It's going to cost you legs and cost you the game. Now, if Wes takes this out, which he hasn't, he's going to have to go for the bullseye now. No, it is double 6 now, and double 6. See, they're the chances. He hit a 3 with his last dart in the previous 3, which cost him to go other areas. And you know, when you're playing Michael Smith, they may only be the odd chances you get, but they are so crucial. And a lot of times people lose 6-4, 6-5. It isn't the back end of the game that's really cost them. It's normally, you know, the legs in the first 4 legs, where they could have got total control. And they, Stephen Bunting against Ian White, a typical example. He had darts to the double in the first 4 legs, but he went in 2 all.
Yeah. And also we saw it from Peter Wright to some extent as well. He had those 3 brilliant checkouts, but 2 of them came when his opponent Jenkins was sat on a double as well. Had he not taken those opportunities, Jenkins could well have been 4-2 up instead of being 5-2 down.
And I have to say, that's the best I've seen Jenks play for a long time. I mean, he's been a good player over the years. Sometimes, and I will criticise him about not doing the right things at the right times, because he has a talent like a lot of other people. On the floor, he was always a tough bloke to beat. But that was nice to see as Smith hits an 180. But that's the best I've seen Jenks play, especially on the big stage, for an awful long time.
Michael require 141. 93. Where's you require 140?
Well, Smith with a good chance to break for a 2-0 lead. Newton won't be finishing off here.
100. Michael require 48.
16 double 16. Well, he's on 8 tops. Either way, it doesn't matter. He leads by 2 legs to 0.
Third leg, Michael and throw first. Game on.
Yes, and we said at the start of the match, you mustn't let someone like Michael Smith get the lead too early and get into his rhythm. So Wes now has got to hammer him in this leg. He's got to find a 12-dart leg. That doesn't help.
Fulton.
And just stop the run of Michael Smith.
By the way, I think it was a very welcome one indeed, because in Europe he'd been beaten well, by the likes of Mensah Suljovic in Hildesheim. He lost to Jamie Lewis in Gibraltar. He lost to John Henderson in the second round in Munich as well. Okay, he made the last 16 in Venray and in Dusseldorf as well, but he didn't have a great deal of success. So when he eventually came through in Ries, I mean, many people had been saying he was overdue a success. He had had European success before, but I think he needed that. It came at a good time for him.
9-5.
And maybe, just maybe, his time could come again this weekend as well. The winner will face Kevin Painter in round 3 tomorrow, so that won't be easy, whoever gets through this one.
No, Kevin played very well. He just messed around with his doubles in the early part, but his scoring power was there.
90.
Well, again, the previous 3 darts from Wes not good enough to set himself up. And again, you know, we have commented on
86.
that slider that goes in the 5 from Wes over the last few years, and it does crucify him. And 96 again for Michael Smith, and
Michael Smith, fourth leg Wes.
and that's a 17-dart leg, and realistically you've got to take those legs.
42.
Well, it could be a very good week for Michael Smith. Good performance here. He turns 25 next Friday. He'll be back with us next weekend in Austria as well for the European match play. And he's looking good so far as well.
Better darts from Wes Newton. This leg is with the throw, and he's 3-0 down, so he's got to make a move.
95.
Well, follow it up with a decent score, Wes. Even a ton will do. You can see the frustration in his face. You know, he's hit a 180 and now he's just not done anything with it. And it just keeps opening the door for Michael Smith.
137.
Who is down to a finish first against the throw. Newton needs a big score here, and he's going to get one as well.
Yeah, that's great darts. That's exactly what he had to do.
129.
Well, that's found the treble 7 instead.
89. When should require 24.
Well, that's a good guide.
Game show the full
Found the double with the second dart. A good 14-dart leg. Stops the rock.
Game on.
He's still a breaker throw down though, so he's going to have to actually break Michael Smith on 2 occasions, because Michael threw first actually in the match.
96.
Well, that's a perfect dart. He's got to use that. Yeah, I mean, there's that slider into the 5 again. I mean, the first dart's absolutely perfect, Rob, and he walks off with 85. Now, 85 down a pub, yeah, that's a good score. You win matches against Michael Smith or anybody else on the big stage. And that's where Wes Newton's game has gone, from being a very consistent player. And again, look at that. That's absolutely perfect. And again, he's slid into the 5.
Yeah.
We can sit here and be critical. We don't have to play the game to earn money. They do. And we can identify Michael Smith's first dart in the perfect place, and he follows up with a 180.
Whereas Newton got 85 and 84. Let's see what he can do. Well, first dart in the 20 bet.
You know, let's say that, you know, years ago when Wes made the top 8, you know, he would have made good advantage for that first dart. But that's where his game is at the moment. Double top for Smith.
105.
Pepper another one. 140.
It's actually come 6-9 darts too late, though, hasn't it?
Yeah. And Wes knows it as well. Well, we're rattling through some of these matches tonight, aren't we? As I said at the outset, it's been a good evening session for the seeded players so far. Not one of them has been beaten. Now that's more like it from Newton. Second 180 of the match for him.
134.
Right, now use that 180, Wesley, and follow it up.
You don't need to say it, Rod.
77.
He knows he made the gesture there. It's so frustrating. It must be really, really frustrating for Newton. A 180 backed up by a 77.
But he didn't get punished, so he's still in command in this leg.
93. Weight should require 151.
James Hubbard asked me the other day, you know, because he hit a lot of treble fives and fives, and he actually said, why was I, you know, hitting the treble fives and fives? I said, well, he's actually aiming there.
90
you know, and he laughed, and I went, no, you was actually aiming there. You know, the way he set his dart up. And, you know, I didn't realise that. I said, well, you know, sometimes
you need somebody, as you said in commentary, you need somebody to tell you about it and to identify it, rectify it, and make sure it doesn't happen again.
Game shown the 6th leg.
Well, Newton holds again.
Well, you know, you take Wes's game, he may only be 1 or 2 good darts a leg off of being where he was before. But when, you know, and it's, I know we keep saying it, and his family and his friends and that will go, why do you have to keep saying it? We're saying it because it's happening.
Yeah.
You know, and there is a reason why that is happening. Now, if he's not got anybody around him that can identify why that is, or he's not going to identify it, then he'll drift and drift and drift, and we see it so often, and I've been there myself, Wayne Mardle's been there, you know, and that's the facts of life. There's no sympathy on that stage.
100.
Two treble fives and points on the floor just about sums up Newton's night so far.
I have to say, you know, Wes has been a very good professional as well when he was at the top of his game. You know, you never got any trouble out of him. Not that you get a lot of trouble, but he didn't bitch a lot. He just got on with his game, you know. He's a good model professional.
121.
Yeah, Michael Smith didn't need to go for the 161 checkout. What he has done, he's left himself 3 darts, and well, he's left himself at least 6 darts for double 20, and he only needs 1.
Yeah, it's actually a very good performance from Michael Smith. 103 on the average, 57, 62% now on the doubles.
55.
And again. Smith sensing an opportunity to break and finish it off in this 8th leg.
Well, now Smith's found a treble 5.
So we'll level in leg 8s. Smith won the most recent encounter between these two, a UK Open qualifier last year. That was 6-5. It went the distance that day in a semi-final. Newton has to win the next 3 to force a decider here, and it doesn't look likely.
See, that's a good dart from Newton. He's got to use it. He may have to switch now. Well, he has switched. Good thinking. Closed the bed up there. He's not out of this game yet. He's just got to find, you know, a couple of exceptional legs to put some pressure on. We know he's got it in the locker. He's just got to open the right locker to find it.
Well, yeah, Peter Wright led Andy Jenkins 5-2, and Peter Wright looked to be in a very good place. But all of a sudden, Jenkins pulled a couple back, and Peter Wright was given a lot to think about, and the same could happen here.
100.
Crowd here are making an incredible noise, by the way.
29.
Terrific atmosphere. Heaven knows what it's going to be like tomorrow night for the finale to all of this. 8 third-round matches tomorrow afternoon before the business end of the competition tomorrow night. 4 quarter-finals, 2 semis and the final itself. Now, Wes Newton, double 10 for a 5-3 deficit. There we are.
Right, Wes, now find a 12 dart leg. And then you are back in this game. Just got to put Michael on his back foot now. This is the perfect chance, and he's got to take it. Find the treble 20 with the first dart,
which he's
and
done.
The second. Yeah, walk off with at least a 140. Ton really isn't going to frighten Michael. Ton 40 has. Well, that's unlucky.
That was unlucky. I just thought it had crept in, but it just dips in between the two, just under the wire. And there is a ton 40 from Smith, which he needed at that particular time.
Good chances on both those throws to find two trebles, but he's only found one.
Yeah, that first dart landed awkwardly. He found the treble 7 with the second, treble 19 with the third.
This time he has found. He still needs 6 darts and 165, but if Michael only hits one treble, well, that's okay. That's okay. So now Wes has got a chance to break the throw of Smith and get back in this game. Needs to find a treble. Got to find a treble. He's found that. Now another one of those would help.
85. Michael.
Okay.
Yes, a double top beckons if Smith doesn't take this out.
39. Wes you require 80.
Oh, again, it's landed in the treble 5. Now, well, that's a good recovery. Double 10 then, 4, a 5-4 deficit. Really good recovery shot to find the treble 15. Well, misses the double 10.
Well, Michael Smith threw his last dart off the board, which has cost him a dart and a double. But it doesn't matter. He's hit the double top anyway.
He has indeed. And by hook or by crook, Michael Smith has got the job done with a 6-3 victory against Wes Newton. Clear there where things went wrong for Wes Newton tonight. Just failed to find the necessary rhythm and the necessary accuracy when he needed it most. Michael Smith will have to improve tomorrow when he faces Kevin Painter, but for now it's mission accomplished for the number 2 seed and the defending champion as well. Michael Smith goes through to face the artist Kevin Painter tomorrow. Wes Newton, well, he'll be back next week in Innsbruck as well. He's qualified for that one, so we will see him again this weekend, but he'll be bidding farewell. Another early exit for him on the European Tour this year. So disappointment for Wes Newton, joy for Michael Smith for now. We'll see more of him this weekend, and we'll see more later of our next match on stage. Darren Johnson, a winner yesterday, up against the number 3 seed in the World Match Play finalist James Waite.
Does it feel like arriving as a defending champion when the tournament is in a different city?
No, I'm not. The defending champion, Michael's obviously the champion of these. We've just got to beat Michael. Anything else, it's a bonus for me, really. First tournament back, I'm taking it back as getting back into the circuit now. Well, I'm not defending. I'm defending champion, but I don't feel like one. And again.
Okay, so see you tomorrow again. Thank you very much, Michael Smith. Also,